Page 216. Reading 3. Literature. Fable and Myth. The Hare and the Tortoise by Aesop.
On a hot sunny day, Hare saw Tortoise plodding along on the road. Hare teased Tortoise because she was walking so slowly. Tortoise laughed. "You can tease me if you like, but I bet I can get to the end of the field before you can. Do you want to race?" Hare agreed, thinking that he could easily win. He ran off. Tortoise plodded steadily after him. Before long, Hare began to feel hot and tired. "I'll take a short nap," he thought. "If Tortoise passes me, I can catch up to her." Hare lay down and fell asleep. Tortoise plodded on steadily, one foot after another. The day was hot. Hare slept and slept in the heat. He slept for a longer time than he wanted, and Tortoise plodded on, slowly and steadily. Finally, Hare woke up. He had slept longer than he wanted, but he still felt confident that he could reach the finish line before Tortoise. He looked around. Tortoise was nowhere in sight. "Ha! Tortoise isn't even here yet," he thought. Hare started to run again. He leaped easily over roots and rocks. As he ran around the last corner and stopped to rest, he was amazed to see Tortoise still plodding steadily on, one foot after another, nearer and nearer the finish line. Now Hare ran as fast as he could. He almost flew. But it was too late. He threw himself over the finish line, but Tortoise was there first. "So, what do you say?" asked Tortoise. But Hare was too tired to answer. Moral: slow and steady wins the race.
Page 218. Orpheus and Eurydice.
In ancient times, no one played more beautiful music or sang more lovely songs than Orpheus. The god Apollo gave Orpheus a lyre made out of a turtle shell. When Orpheus played on the lyre and sang, everyone, gods, humans, and wild creatures, stopped and listened. The trees and stones danced. Even the rivers stopped flowing to listen to his song. Orpheus was married to a wood nymph named Eurydice. He loved her more than anything else in the world. One day, Eurydice was running across a meadow and failed to notice a poisonous snake. The snake bit her ankle, and she died. Orpheus was left grief-stricken and alone. From that time on, Orpheus played such sad songs that gods, nymphs, anyone who heard the music felt sorry for him. Soon, Orpheus could not bear his grief any longer. He decided to travel to the underworld to find his beloved Eurydice. The god Hades and his wife Persephone ruled this underground kingdom of the dead. As Orpheus came near the secret cave that led to the underworld, he grew hopeful. He whispered to himself, "I will play such lovely songs that maybe Hades himself will return Eurydice to me." A fierce, three-headed guard dog called Cerberus stood in front of the entrance to the cave. Orpheus was determined to find Eurydice. He did not turn back. He played on his lyre until Cerberus fell fast asleep, letting him pass. Next, Orpheus came to the river Styx. Here, the boatman Charon ferries dead souls to the underworld. At first, Charon refused to take Orpheus across the water. But when he heard the lovely music Orpheus made, he was entranced and ferried Orpheus to the other side. At last, Orpheus entered the underworld and stood before Hades and Persephone. "I beg you, please, let Eurydice come back with me," Orpheus pleaded. the Lord of the underworld said, "No, I cannot return her to you." Bold Orpheus did not give up. He played passionately on his lyre. Hades softened, and Persephone was moved to tears. Suddenly, the Lord of the underworld understood Orpheus's grief. "I will let Eurydice go," Hades said, "on one condition. You cannot turn around to look back at her until you reach the light of the living world above." Orpheus agreed. Eurydice followed Orpheus up the steep path out of the underworld. They had almost reached the cave entrance when Orpheus was overwhelmed by a desire to see his wife's face. He glanced back, and she cried out. Then Eurydice vanished into the mist. She was caught in the underworld forever. Orpheus was desolate and remained so for the rest of his life. When he died, the gods hung his lyre in the night sky. To this day, if you look at the night sky, you can see the constellation called Lyra. It is a reminder of the sad story of Orpheus and Eurydice.